Oh, hi Mark. How are you? If you don't get that reference, I'm sorry. It's hilarious. What's up? It's Monday. Happy Monday, doll fam. Welcome back to another episode of Monday Coffee with the Doll. These are the days that fill your week. Yeah, I hope you're enjoying the series. I've been challenged, but also highly enjoying the new filming. I don't know, it feels more organic, and I think that's what everybody in this world is looking for, more organic shit. Yeah, so I thought that this made me look like I had it together more. It doesn't. Yeah, but look how cool my shirt is. Do you like it? I got this bad boy at Target. I don't remember when. Big NSYNC fan. Yeah. See, growing up in my family, we weren't allowed to listen to worldly music. I was allowed to listen to Christian music. I was allowed to listen to Kenneth Copeland. I was allowed to listen to Debbie Boone. Yeah. I was allowed to listen to some Cringy Jump 5. If you don't know what that is, look up Jump 5 Christian pop band and you'll know what my life was like. But the first time I experienced worldly music and it touched my soul was NSYNC. Yeah, I was just a little tot back then, and my big sister brought home a cassette tape that somebody had put their first CD on for her, and I put it in my cassette player and I put a piece of paper over the little window in the side so you didn't know what it was, because I didn't want to get in trouble. Yeah, I was breaking the rules. Yeah, I was living life on the edge. It was very exciting, listening to filthy, smutty, worldly pop music and hiding it from my grandma. So that's what I was doing at that age. Oh my God. Lock up your sons. I don't know either. But it's Monday. It's Monday, and we're starting the week off with, I don't know. It's another week of the same bullshit. I don't know. But you know what's exciting? We have a package. Oh yeah. We have a package from one of our sponsors. Yes, we do. We have a package from Fizzy Treats herself. And I thought, why not open it up on camera and let you guys see what you are missing out on if you are not a supporter of Fizzy Treats. You see, I love Bath and Body products. I always have. But you know what makes Bath and Body products even more bomb? Do you know what makes bath bombs more bomb? When they're full of CBD goodness. That's right. So the thing about Fizzy Treats is that you're not just getting these like basic bath bombs for a basic bath bomb recipe that's like chock full of poison. That's right. Or, you know, alcohol, harsh soaps. You know, you're getting something that has been handcrafted by the maker herself. That's right, it's a one-of-a-kind recipe. One of a kind. If you find it anywhere else, you know what that means? It was jacked. Yeah. Who would do that? I don't know. Somebody, I'm sure. So, this is me drinking tea, sipping some tea. I'm spilling it. I'm spilling some tea. I can't get this box open with these tiny ass fucking scissors, but I'm trying. Anyways, if you are a fan of Bath and Body and you're a fan of CBD and you are looking for something to really get yourself going, you need to check out Fizzy Treats. My favorite thing about her is when I first came across her, somebody else had recommended me to her. That's how amazing she is. People recommend her because she's the bomb queen of bath bombs. And her love and appreciation for her customers and the products that she puts out, those two things, when a company cares about the product that it puts out and it's not just putting out crap to make money, and they care about their clients and taking care of their clients, That's how you know you have a good brand. Now, she spoils me rotten, as you can see here. Yeah. She is a very thoughtful individual, and the boys are going to be so peanut butter and jelly that I have a calendar and they don't. Yeah, and it's all classic Elfgren. Yeah, I love it. Girl, you spoil me right. Now, check this out. So, oh my gosh. Do you know what this is? This is a big ass bag of Relax right here. This is Relax in a bag. This is Blue Lotus 140 milligrams CBD bath bomb dump bag. It's full spectrum. This is 15 ounces of chill the fuck out, whether you want to or not. Yeah. And it smells amazing. I can smell it through the bag. It smells so good. Alright, I'm trying not to get turned on, but it's not working. Next we have, check this out, what do we have here? Dapper Gentleman CBD Fizzy Bath Truffles, 300 milligram total, 100 milligram each. So what these are is you drop these bad boys in some hot water and soak, and you get out feeling fantastic. Now this is Dapper Gentleman. So this is for you fellas out there. Don't think that this is just for vaginas, because it's not. No, it's not. It's not. What else we got in here? Yes! This right here, do you know what this is? This is me if I was a bath bomb. Vintage dollies. You gotta get yourself one of these. It's a big ass macaron of goodness. CBD goodness. This has a 50 milligram full spectrum CBD in it, and it's a bath bomb, and it smells so good. And we talked about it and what we wanted to like collaborate on, and I was just like, anything you make is going to be amazing, just make it pink. Are you ready? Are you ready? Goddess of the Universe. Yeah, I know you would think, oh my god, is that Emily doll in a box? It's not. It's not. It's better. It's better. It's an NC Fizzy Treats bath truffle. These ones are 300 milligram total, 100 milligram CBD full spectrum bath truffles. Oh my god. They smell so good, and they have gold. Look at how sparkly they are. These things are amazing. When she sent me one of her first bath truffles, it was such a different experience than a regular bath bomb. It's like when you buy, think about like when you buy a body spray versus a eau de parfum. They're two different things. And the truffles are like concentrated goodness. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying? Check this out, check this out, check this out. Oh, look how beautiful this is. It's got glitter. It's got glitter. Souls of Love 100 milligram bath bomb, scented with lime, neroli, and frankincense. Oh my god, it smells edible. That's the thing about all her stuff, is that these look like cookies. It's not fair. They smell delicious, they look delicious, but you can't eat them. But you can go get some cookies, like real cookies, before you get in the bath. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You guys have to check out NC Fizzy Treats. And you know what? I have something even more better for you. You will get 30% off your orders using the code emilydoll2020. That's right. That's what it says here. Check it out. Check it out. Check it. Check it. Screenshot it. Save it. Send it to your best friends. Send it to everybody you know. Yes! Isn't that amazing? Fan code emilydoll2020. You guys will get, what is it? 10% off their order. 10%. You guys are going to get 10% off your order. I'm just spoiling you. I'm spoiling you rotten. I don't even know what to do with myself. So, I hope you enjoyed that unboxing. smells freaking amazing in here now. So that's pretty awesome. Real talk for a minute. I'm trying to dial down my excitement. It's hard to do. I have anxiety, and I get really anxious when I have anxiety. I don't know if you know that. But the amazing thing about this company is that she really loves and takes care of her followers. She's constantly giving percentages off. She's constantly doing everything she can to help bring you CBD into your life in ways that it helps benefit you. She takes care of her customers. She loves her customers. She works hard to make sure you guys get what you want from her in the purest, best way possible. So for the Doll Fam only, and for anybody y'all want to bring into the Doll Fam, you guys get 10% off your orders with my code EmilyDoll2020, and this is the first I've heard of this, so surprise to all of us. Thank you, Miss Nikki, for loving the Doll Fam and giving them an absolutely amazing deal to try you out if they haven't yet, and if you have, then now you have a code to go get more, because you know how amazing it is. So that's awesome. So surprise to me, surprise to you guys. That's awesome. 10% off, Emily Doll 2020. Links are below. I think I'm going to draw myself a hot bath and try not to use everything at once. Oh my god, that would be epic. Don't do that. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. So that's it for Monday. Yeah, I'm gonna go take myself the most epic bath I've ever had in my life. No, I'm not gonna use everything at once because I'm responsible, but I am probably gonna eat in the bathtub because who doesn't like to eat and soak at the same time? Crazy people, that's who. I hope you guys are having an amazing Monday, and I love your faces. So until next time, tomorrow, yeah. Bye. All right, so it's, oh, sorry. I was feeding my little doll before she took her nap, so that's excited. All right, so it's Tuesday. Hello, Tuesday. I have a little bit of anxiety. I have some work to do today. I am going to be doing a try and review of a product that was sent to me by a company. As an influencer, there's a lot of different platforms that you can team up with that kind of help you get in contact with companies and brands that are looking for people to test and review and post content of their products. If you're new, that's a really great way to start getting products sent to you. Sometimes the platforms insist on you having like a certain amount of followers, but a lot of them don't. So that's really a great thing to do. So look up like influencer platforms that, like, there's Aspiril, there's Revfluence, there's Octoly, there's a lot of different ones, and you just kind of find one that fits you. They're just kind of like ambassador programs or brand ambassador programs or things like that. But I have a product that was sent to me and I need to create some content, and I'm a little nervous just because I doubt my capability of creating good content and product. I'm always like afraid that they're not going to be happy with it, or I'm a really real reviewer, so I don't post necessarily a lot like most influencers that are just like, check out this skinny tea, I drank 1 cup and I lost a whole human being, when really it was because they make you shit your guts out. But I can't lie, and I don't put out like sugar-coated fake, this is great, try it, I believe in it, even though the package isn't even opened and I haven't even tested it yet. Like, there's just so much like crap, I feel like, that a lot of influencers put out, because I mean, ultimately it's about being paid or getting views or whatever. There's always this underlying agenda. And I've just always enjoyed testing and trying products, even when I was younger. Like, that was my thing. If there was something new out, I wanted to get my hands on it, I wanted to test it, I wanted to see it before I even had social media. So it's a passion of mine. So now that I get to do that with brands, it's really exciting, it's a lot of fun, but I'm honest. and that's why a lot of my followers enjoy my reviews, is because they know that it's not going to be false. But it's Tuesday and that's what I'm doing, and I'm nervous because another reason is that it is a self-tanning product. And I'm naturally just pasty, pasty is tasty in my book. My friend Buffy told me that when I was like 17 years old, because I wanted to tan and I just burn, and it's not good for you being out in the sun and baking yourself and things like that. So if you want to tan, the best thing to do is artificial tans are the safest. That's just the way it is. But the problem with artificial tans is that they're always a nightmare. They're streaky, they're gross, they get on your bed sheets, you look dirty, you look like you took a mud bath. There's like all these problems. But this one is like 70% or 90% organic ingredients, no streaking, no transferring. It's supposed to be natural. So I'm really excited. It's by a brand called Kulture, and I am going to be trying to, like, I don't know, I have this concept in my head that I want to try, and what I want to do is I want to share it with you guys on Monday Coffee, because this is a part of my week. This is what I'm doing. And then I also need to do photos and stuff for my actual review that I post on Instagram, because that's the deal. That's how this works. The brand will send you a product, you'll try the product, and through the platform that's like a third party, they have a website, and you have a profile, and you have to upload your content so they can look at it, things like that. It's really nicely packaged, for one. Farm to face is what it says. Healthy skincare people love to wear. Farm to face, antioxidant enriched, cruelty-free, reef-friendly, non-GMO. That's really awesome. If you can, I'm not vegan, I'll be the first one to say it, but if I can find a good vegan beauty product or something like that, I'm 100% gonna purchase that over something else. Cruelty-free is a must. The fact that it's reef-friendly, so it's not contributing to any ocean pollution or product, anything like that. Non-GMO, really awesome. They don't want the box in the initial photograph, so I want to make sure that I keep that out. They've actually, said, hey, don't put the box in. I don't want to tear the packaging. I like to do snaps, like videos with the swipe of like a boomerang of the product opening, but because they've specifically requested no box in the photo, I'm just going to tear into it. I like taking pictures of all my stuff before I use it, and then I go into it. So what we have in here is we have the tanning product and we have the Kabuki body brush. So these are supposed to go together. Sunless Tan Luminizing Body Serum, Daily Use Gradual Tan, Instant Sun Kissed, and Shimmer. I love shimmer, especially in the summer. I want to be sparkly, I want to be glamorous. So I'm going to try it and see how it works. So it says 70.08% of the total ingredients are from organic farming. 99.60% natural origin of total. That's awesome. So I think that that's really great. It says that you dispense into hand or body brush in circular motions, massage evenly over cleansed skin, let dry before dressing, allow 3 to 4 hours for tan to fully develop, and reapply as needed. For best results, exfoliate before applying. So I like to live life on the edge, and I'm just gonna put this shit on my body. I'm really excited. Hopefully there's a big difference. My plan is to kind of put the process in Monday Coffee so you guys can enjoy how this works, and then also in between make sure that I'm getting good shots to use on my social platforms to post my feelings, emotions, and review of this product. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take some pictures of the product and then some before pictures. I have to figure out what I'm gonna wear. The biggest problem with this kind of stuff that I don't like is I work really hard to create the content to be creative and fit what I do, and it's my creative outlet to create these images, these stills, these photos. But with something like this, you kind of have to be in a state of undress, and the thing that can get frustrating is there's nothing worse than me posting something about my job and a product and doing my job, and then somebody sexualize it, or a guy make a creepy comment. And it's like, dude, I'm doing my job. I'm working for this brand. Can you not like comment about my tits? Like, it's rude. It's unprofessional. It's just stop. Don't do it. So I gotta figure out what I'm gonna wear to do this. I'm thinking a bathing suit is probably the best way. But the focus of this is that they want people to focus on self-care during quarantine. And what's the best self-care than to do something that physically makes you feel better? A lot of us do facials, hair treatments, we do our nails, we take relaxing bubble baths, just something that kind of gives you that confidence, that energy bump. And self-care definitely does that for girls. I'm sure there's a lot of guys out there that feel the same way. I don't know. I can't relate to your side, but I'm guessing that you guys probably do it. So I'm gonna just kind of figure this out as I go along, and hopefully it doesn't go streaky horrible. So this is my flat lay setup. I just have it on a pink towel because they don't want the box like they stated, which, I mean, I like their box. It has like their marketing on it, all of their, you know, good stuff that's in their product. There's a little plug, and their paper has their branding on it, sticker. It was really nicely packaged, but they don't want it in there, so I'm just gonna do a pink towel. You have to be careful of like reflective pieces on boxes and things that'll pick up the light, because you don't want to miss out. If I were to take this picture, you can't see it as well. So just make sure that you're paying good attention to that type of stuff. And then I'll edit it and kind of put my own creative flair to it, do some color correcting maybe, and just make the photo look visually pleasing to the eye. I'm a visual person. I like my products to look good when I purchase them. I'm big on packaging and whatnot, so that's how I always try to make sure that the photos that I take of the products that I'm testing and the products that I use and share are the way that I, you know, am, I guess, triggered by products. But that's that. So next step is going to be before photos, and then I have to apply, and we're gonna go on that adventure together. So stay tuned. All right, so I chose a bikini. I don't really have that many swimsuits. My top is a little small, which makes me self-conscious because automatically my brain goes that it's just gonna be full of thirsty comments. And it's really hard to show off a product like this without, like I said, being somewhat naked, and that kind of brings a different type of attention to the content that you're putting out. This is just me being real to you guys. This is what I do, so I'm sharing you like the whole process. I chose bikini bottoms. I didn't want to do high-waisted because we're putting on a self-tanner product, so less skin cover the better. But I still wanted to keep it my style, kind of rockabilly, kind of pin up. So I have leopard print bottoms, and leopard print bottoms, and then just a black triangle top that I got from Walmart ages ago. But the less covered, the better, because you're putting on a product that can't be touched and it has to dry. But also, you know, this isn't really about, this is about self-care, and me taking the time to talk about all of this because I'm blogging about it kind of shows the real side of kind of thoughts that go through my head when I'm doing these types of content creations. But I'm excited to see the difference. I haven't done a self-tanning product since I worked at Ulta, and that was like, I think I was 18 or 19 years old. But I'm gonna take some before photos. I'm pretty pale. I like being pale. I don't have a problem with being pale. Being pale doesn't make me self-conscious. It used to. I used to go to tanning beds. I used to tan outside when I was younger, and it's really, really bad for you. And I would rather be healthy and just embrace my pastiness than do something that could ultimately hurt me health-wise in the long run. So if you want, like I always say, things like this are just, they're personal choices, just like putting how you do your makeup, how you color your hair. It's fun. It kind of just gives you that little zhuzh, and gives you just this whole refreshed feeling. And that's what we're doing. We're focusing on self-care. So self-care is a big deal in situations that have a lot of anxiety and depression. You need to take care of yourself, and that's what Kula wants people focusing on. Just take the time to enjoy yourself, enjoy working on things that make you happy, things that make you feel good about you. And for a lot of people, that's a great tan. There's nothing wrong with finding joy and having a great tan. So we're gonna take advantage of that. So right now, I think my setup is going to be right here in front of my shower curtain, because what's a better location than to do this in your bathroom? But I have a good floor to length. I'm probably gonna use my ring light to give me a little bit more light. I'm gonna take some full body befores if I can, and then I'm going to do some application. I'll share some application with you guys, and then we'll probably do some after photos. So I'm super nervous. I'm really, really nervous, but I mean, when am I not nervous? Let's get this going. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm kind of just making my setup. And my setup, I think I'm gonna do some like sitting on the edge. Of course, I'm gonna move my camera forward because you got some counter. And I think I'm just gonna put the product on the side of the bathtub, and then after I'll probably crop them in a little bit and kind of see how that goes. But this is, oh god, that's all boobies. It's all right. Here we go. So I'm trying to see, like, this is reality. Okay, this is the reality of the photo shoot. Like, I'm trying to get all of my stuff in frame. I'm a little crooked. My camera's broken, so my screen is off. But I want to see like where I need to maybe put my camera back a little bit because I'm a little out of frame. I don't want to cut anything off. And then do our photos. This is real life. And then you pose for your pictures. That's it. All of us have this body. This is my mom tummy. I'm gonna have to like really work at what I'm doing. So I'm gonna do a setup and then do self timer. And I can't see, I don't have my contacts in. I can't really see, so everything's blurry. That's a problem. But we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. All right, so here's our setup. Towel, little color. I got my products. I got my ring light set up. My ring light is a little, I wish it wasn't so blue. I wish it was a little warmer, but I can fix that in editing. I don't think I want to go any further back. Kinda. Lucy's awake now. Lucy's in here right now, huh? We're doing some shoots together. You're my shoot assistant. I'm gonna pull it back a little bit, but I don't want my counter in the shot, so I'm trying to be conscious about that. So to get, I don't want to cut my feet off, but I can't condense myself enough. Really, I'm gonna try to get some shots, but it's really hard because I'm so long. Being long is definitely a problem, but I'm going to figure it out. Usually the first few shots are just kind of figure out shots, and then once I kind of figure out what I'm doing, it's a lot easier. I can see where I need to adjust. You look back at the photos and you're like, well, this is really great as far as pose, but you need to pull this foot in or you need to do that. So it's just gonna be kind of like an adjusting. So I'm gonna try that. All right, so now I'm gonna walk you guys through some of my posing because I know you guys love the modeling shit. So I am sitting on my bathtub. I have my products. I want to make sure that my labels are out. But also it's really hard because I have a 10-second timer. I can't see from here without my glasses. I should have put my contacts in. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make sure there's like foot in the photo. And then you also want to try to make sure that your back is a kind of arch, because that's going to give you this indent right here that pulls out your shape. is you want to pull in. Like, this is normal. We all have this. Look at this, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But in a photograph, when you're trying to market for a product, you want to eliminate anything that'll draw away from what the photo is trying to make the focal point. Things that can draw that away are anything. It can be a zit, it can be a pooch, it can be anything. There's nothing wrong with those things. Exactly. Preaching. Bodies, that's just how we are. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just a part of life. We all have it. But when you're modeling and you're doing a job, you need to be focused on taking those out of the photo in a natural sense. You don't have to try to make yourself exactly look different or photoshopped, but you just want to accentuate all of your realness in the best way that you can. I'm not going to be photoshopping out my pooch. I'm not going to be editing out my stretch marks because that's just life. But there are ways you can angle your body. Did you drop your lip gloss? Here you go. Yeah, you like ready? And here's your box. Yeah, exactly. You wanna know what your angles are, and you want to accentuate everything. And that's a big part of pinup, is accentuating all of your natural curves that you have. So when I pose, I'm popping and I'm pulling. Pop, pull. And that's going to make everything flow better. And again, I cannot say enough that it doesn't matter if you have this stuff, because that's real. There's nothing wrong with it. When you're doing work like this, you want people to see the reality of the human body, but you also want to make sure that you're eliminating anything that's unflattering to the human body, because this is a job, right? This is a job, this is what I do, and it's not, I work really hard to tie in both body positivity, but also making sure that my client has images and content that they can share and that they can be proud of. So I'm always looking for that balance of real and also, I guess, marketable in a sense. I wouldn't post a photo with a giant raging zit on my face. Why? Because unfortunately when people look at those pictures, they're gonna be like, oh my god, I can't even focus, she's got a big zit on her face. So you want to try to eliminate anything that pulls the attention away. I'm really real about everything. I'm not gonna lie and be like, well, I'm just perfect this way, because I'm not. I'm sitting here 100% unedited in film. I have what I like to call the mommy curtain. Don't look at my boobs, but this is like the mommy curtain, right? We have stretch marks. Yes, we do. We got stretch marks on our booty. And that's just life. But I do want to make sure that I'm taking really great photographs, doing the best that I can in my images. So I'm really focusing on making sure my feet are in a good position, my legs are in a good position, that when I sit, I'm not like just flat or like no shape or curve, because aesthetically, I can do this. This is my body, this is what I look like, but it's because I'm posing myself in a certain way to get that image. Me naturally is this. Okay, so that's just real talk. So as an influencer, I'm always trying to find that balance of real beauty, but also in flattering beauty ways, because I mean, we all want to be able to put out our best, but I don't want to put out fake. So I'm always looking, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? There's nothing wrong with either. It's just, if I was taking a picture of me, this would be me. But if I'm modeling and posing for content, I'm gonna give it a little extra zhuzh. Yeah. But this is okay too. So everybody needs to realize that it's okay to be both. That there is no perfect or not perfect. It's just perception, okay? An illusion when it comes to photography. So that's just real talk. So I think I have some really okay shots of before. And now I'm gonna start applying the product, and hopefully that doesn't go bad, right, Lulu? So I'm gonna get started with that, and you guys are gonna come along on the adventure. Yeah. All right, so now we have our photos taken, and I'm gonna start applying this. I'm nervous, Lucille. I'm nervous. So here we go. We're just gonna start our application. So you put it on the little kabuki brush, and you start working in circular motions. How do you know if you've got enough? You know what I mean? How do you know if you've got enough? How do you know if you're getting everywhere? Armpits. How do I get my back? I'm gonna need help. Will you get my back, Lucille? It smells kinda strange. It's not heavy perfume because it's mostly a natural, organic product, but it smells kind of weird, I'm not gonna lie. Not a fan. I like smelling like suntan lotion in the beach when I put this stuff on. It's super sparkly though, which I like. And since it says it's reef friendly, I wonder if the shimmer in here is a biodegradable type of glitter, because I'm guessing it's like a mica product. All right, here we go. You guys, I'm gonna be a mess. I'm not good at this. Oh, I'm scared. I'm so nervous. I know, I'm super scared. We have one arm done, and it says allow 3 to 4 hours. So 3 to 4 hours, we're gonna know about all the spots that we missed. It recommends the kabuki brush, but I kind of wonder maybe I should do my hands. I feel like I could get a more even application. My arms look so long in this camera. I'm like spaghetti arms. Betty, spaghetti, Betty, spaghetti. So I know we're gonna be tan. We're gonna be goddesses. You're already a goddess, Lola. You don't need any of this garbage. You're perfect already. How do I do you do your whole boob? Like do we want tan lines? Are we creating tan lines? And that way it'll look really real if we have tan lines, huh? If we just go around our triangle top, that would be hilarious. It's funny, you think it's funny, right? I'm hilarious. I'll be here all week. And probably longer, because, you know, quarantine. So this is how I'm doing it. Hopefully, I'm doing it right. I'm gonna airbrush on some abs. I'm just gonna... Where did that bruise come from? Do you know? Oh, I don't either. I don't either. Oh my gosh, the back of my legs have lots of bruises. Oh, that's not good. I'm not really working in any particular order though. Well, who knows? I wonder if deodorant makes it not take to skin. That's probably why they tell you to take a shower first, Emily. Make sure you have clean skin, Emily. Not me. Hey, we got a tan. Look at this. We got a tan right now. If I pick you up, you're gonna also have tan. I feel sticky. I feel kind of sticky. All right, I'm gonna keep doing this in hopes that I get it even. So pray for me. We'll be back. We'll be back soon. So I have everything applied. It doesn't really, like, initially it felt sticky, and then as it dries, it kind of feels less sticky. I still don't like the feel of it, but that's just kind of the way it works with these kind of things. You can complain about it and be like, I feel something on my body and I'm offended, but there's something on your body. So you're gonna kind of feel it. It's not that bad though. It's not like a heavy sticky. Still not a fan of the smell. It's kind of weird, but a lot of people don't like smelling like your regular tanning stuff. So you might like this, but again, I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that it's a natural product. In the mirror, I can see a little bit of a difference. It's hard to see on camera, but it does have that immediate kind of glow. It's not dark, it's not dramatic, but I can see a slight difference. Not a big difference, slight difference. I'm hoping I got it everywhere. It says between 3 to 4 hours, I think is what it says. Yeah, 3 to 4 hours to allow the effect to fully go. So I can't put clothes on. I need to find something so I'm not walking around my house like Mom, why don't you have any clothes on? You need to put this is like day 653 of quarantine. Clothing is optional at this point. Do you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let this stuff dry, and hopefully we start seeing like a major difference, and hopefully there's a difference that can be picked up on camera, so I can show a definite before and after. So now it's just a waiting game. Smelling strange. Don't like it. Don't like it. But if the outcome is good, it doesn't really matter what the smell is, because the smell is temporary. After the actual tanning has sunk in and you have the look, the glow, you can wash all the stuff off your skin and you don't have to worry about that. So that's, again, it's not a big deal for me. So now we wait. All right, I don't know if it's gonna transfer onto photos or video, but I can see a difference. It's now been almost 3 hours. I wouldn't say I'm like super dark tan, but I have kind of a glow tan. I can definitely see it. I can see it. It worked. I can't even be mad at it. It worked. It's not really that sticky once it dries down. It's not intolerable to you know, have on your skin, and it's not really streaky. There's a few places on my legs that I obviously messed up because I just suck at this stuff, but realistically I don't know if you guys can see. It's definitely darker for sure. My legs are darker. It worked. It worked. My biggest concern is that you're not gonna really see the big change in the photos. I took way too many photos, way more photos than I needed, but the way I feel about it is it's always good to, while I'm dressed and in the moment and working at it, to take as many photos as I can, because something could happen, or it turns out that my photos, half of them are blurry, so then the other half will be in focus. I just like to make sure that I have that, but that's basically it. So now I'm going to transfer everything to my phone and do my editing, and then I submit the content to the company and they sign off on it, and then I can post it for you guys. But realistically, it's not a bad product at all. The only thing that I really dislike is the smell. I don't like the way it smells. But that's just me. A lot of people could feel totally different about it and like the smell. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed creating this content with me and this kind of little behind the scenes of how I do what I do all the time. So I'll post links below for this product if you guys want to check it out. I would give it, I don't know, I would probably give it, I don't know, a 4 out of 5. It's not bad. There's not really anything negative that I can say about it other than I'm not a fan of the smell, and that's just a personal thing. So I'm gonna put my clothes back on, and there's tons of dishes out there for me to do, but so far this wraps up our Tuesday. I think I'm gonna make some coffee and I don't know, watch some Jerry Springer, because I'm living my best life in quarantine. But I love your faces. Thank you for hanging out, and it'll be interesting to see how many views this Monday coffee gets, because I'm in a bikini. Social experiment. Here we go. Yeah. Hello everybody, and welcome back to my show. So welcome back. It is Thursday. It's Thursday evening, and this is going to be the newest segment featured in Monday Coffee with the Doll. I hope you're excited. So just yesterday I posted that I wanted to do a new segment in honor of our newest sponsor, which is an iconic piece of the car culture scene. Car Culture, Deluxe magazine, and Old School Rodz magazine is a Monday Coffee with the Doll sponsor, and I wanted to do something that embraced the scene and you know, all the hot rod guys and everything that really introduced me to pinup and rockabilly and the scene that I absolutely love, and something that's really close to my heart and I'm really passionate about are cars and the hot rod scene and just everything involved. It's just always been a big part of who I am since I discovered it, and I thought this would be a really good feature for the show, and also a way to support the car community and the hot rod community that I know supports my work and has from day one. So I thought that this would be a really cool thing to do, and basically what it's going to be is it's just going to be kind of like hot rod talk. I'm hoping that my viewers who have classic cars, hot rods, rat rods, customs, preferably like old school classics, that we could talk about it. They could submit photos, and I could share their cars in this segment. And so this is going to be the first installment, and it's going to feature the first car from a Doll Fam viewer. So I hope you guys are excited, and we're going to jump into it. So first, I'd like to give a shout out to Car Culture, Deluxe magazine, and Old School Rodz. Be sure to check out their Facebook page, give them a like. They would really appreciate your support. They have a lot of really cool stuff that goes on their page. They are celebrating their 100th issue of Car Culture Deluxe, and it has the beautiful Sabina Kelly on the front. If you are a pinup fan, you know who I am talking about. So be sure to hit them up, give them some support. They are really important to me, and I hope that you guys will support an amazing small business that could use your love more than ever, and who brings that better than the hot rod community. So a little background on my personal preference for hot rod. I'm a big car girl. I love hot rods. I love classics. If I could never dress like a pinup again, but I could still go to every single car show around the world, I wouldn't care. It's my happy place. I love car shows. I love the art. I love the creativity. I love the fabrication that people put into their cars. And it's just, I don't know, it's where I find peace. It's like I like the beach and I like car shows. But my dream car is an Edsel. I would really love, for a while I wanted a wagon. I wanted the Bermuda, and then I fell in love with a Corsair that by the name of Ed that I got to shoot with at the Stray Cat 500 once in Dewey, Oklahoma. Which also had a Bermuda, a blue Bermuda Edsel there that is just stunning. I have some pictures of it on my Facebook, but it's like one of those restorations that is just so flawless, and they put so much into it. They put so much attention to just everything from the tiki pinstriping to the boomerang tail lights to the color that they chose. It's just an absolutely gorgeous Edsel, and when I saw that one for the first time, I really fell in love with it. So I'll show you here. This was shot by Ketty B Photography. This was in Dewey, Oklahoma at the Stray Cat 500 one year. And I absolutely adore this Edsel. And then this is the Corsair. That's Ed the Corsair. There's a truck. Let's see if I got some more. It's my dream car. I'm in love with it, and I would love to have one day. I love the Ranger as well, and I feel like they all have their own uses and their own reasons why, like, they're all perfect. So I'll just have to get one of each. That's my conclusion. that's my conclusion. But I really hope to have one day. I have one that we tried to purchase last year, and we put a down payment on it, and it's about 6 hours away, and it is a 56 SL Ranger, and it needs a lot of love, which is what I want to do. I would like to get one, and then I want to restore it myself and film the whole process and kind of create an entire YouTube series around it, and just share that with you guys like I do everything else. That's my goal. But unfortunately, you know, every time I had found one, anytime, you know, I would make an offer or I tried to talk to the person, just nobody would ever contact you back, or all of a sudden they didn't want to sell it anymore, or they would say, yeah, come look at it, come call me tomorrow, and you call them and all of a sudden they ghost you. Like, it was just always one issue after the next, and that's something that I've kind of found just, it's really annoying. It's like it always fell through, and we secured this one, put a down payment on it, and now we can't get it to where I am, so that's a big bummer. Every time I set up a hauler to bring it down, because it's just not something we can do ourselves, or we would, like, the day of, the car hauler just wouldn't show up, and no matter, like, when I would contact him or the seller of the Edsel that has it at his house called him, like, they just wouldn't answer. So it's like, it's just been one issue after the next, and hopefully I eventually get it to my house, and then I'll be comfortable and feel like all is right in the world and my dream will be coming true. But for right now, it's just kind of one of those things that's hanging out in limbo, and I pretend like it doesn't bother me, but it does. It's on my car. Alright, so that's enough chit chat. So I asked for you guys to submit your cars to me so I could share them on the show, and that's what I'm going to do now. Is I'm going to share the first submission that was sent to me by a follower, and I'm really excited because the car is one of those cars that is just such a classic, and it was one of the probably the first, like, muscle cars that ever grabbed my attention when I was younger, like, I don't know, 12 or 13, and it was like one of those cars that's just so iconic and so just represents just raw muscle and just what it is to have, like, a hot rod or a muscle car, or it's just one of those cars. It's an iconic body style, it's an iconic year. You guys are gonna love it. I already know what it is. But our first hot rod was sent to us by Russ Gray. Hello, Russ, if you're watching. Thank you so much for participating and sending us your awesome car so we can all drool over it and be super, super peanut butter and jealous. He is from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I've never been there. I haven't really been to too many places, but Cedar Rapids sounds like a good place. I've heard a few things. Don't know anything. But his car that he sent us is a 1969 Chevy Camaro. Oh yeah. So I asked for a little background on your guys' cars when you submit them, and I'm going to share with you guys now what Russ has to say about the history of his car and how he got it, and I'm gonna make sure that I include pictures. I'll show you guys some pictures now, but then I'll also include them so you guys can kind of see them better. But he says that this was my first high school daily driver car from 1983 to 1985. I purchased it for $600 back in 1981, so I've owned it now for approximately 39 years. I hope you're not gonna get on to me for sharing your years, your age, Russ. All the restoration work, see photos, fabrication, body work, and mechanical. So he has some photos here. Sorry, I don't know how to do like the fancy in-screen stuff that a lot of YouTubers do, so I'm just gonna share. So here he is working on it. He's got it stripped down. Check it out. Look at that. Oh my god. That's fucking sexy. Wait, you can't see that part yet. We're not there. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. So he did fabrication, bodywork, mechanical, electrical, paint, etc. was all performed by my dad and me from 2002 to 2005 in his garage. That's pretty impressive because, I mean, especially when it comes down to, you know, mechanical and electrical, it's so time consuming and you can run into like so many little problems that turn into big problems. So I commend you on the patience and the hard work that is, because I know that takes a lot. So this car was driven to car shows all over the Midwest. If any of you guys, when I show you the final, if any of you guys have ever seen Russ's car, comment below so he can, so everybody can appreciate if you've seen it in real life. Because I love it when I see like cars that I've seen in magazines, like the cars that I'll see in Car Culture Deluxe or Old School Rodz, and then I'll see him at a car show and I'll be like, oh my god, I saw that in the magazine. So if you guys have seen Russ's car to show, comment below. Over the previous 13 years, it has been driven over 80,000 miles and been to 12 different states. All of that was driven, no trailering. For his future plans for his car, more driving, more cruising, more car shows, just enjoying it. Most of the fun is driving to and from shows and all the looks we get going down the highway. There is almost never a time that someone isn't taking photos or videoing us as we drive down the road. I'm that person. I'm that person, my husband's that person. Like if we're out somewhere and we see something, we're always, turn around, just stop. We'll just stop, it's worth stopping for. Let's get a picture, I wanna get a picture. We're trying to get a video, we're trying to get it from across the light, or, so that's, I would be that person. And I asked for you guys to submit if you've been, had gotten any awards or your cars were featured in anything, so we can talk about, you know, because when you restore a car and you work on a car, you know, you put so much into it that, you know, awards and honors and things like that, they're earned, and you know, you worked for them and you're proud of them, so I definitely wanted to share that. He says that the awards and trophies are far too many to mention, but the real fun is sharing the car with spectators and meeting new people. The trophy portion of the show is the least important part. Anyone can buy a $10 plastic trophy, but only a few can bring smiles to thousands of spectators every weekend. It's true. The car is the trophy. I like how you put that. As for social media sites, there's always something new popping up on my Facebook page that relates to the car. But what I'm proudest of is this. Attending the car shows got me more involved in photography and video editing. While at the shows, 99% of my time is spent looking at everyone else's cars, filming them, and then sharing those photos and videos, so to give all the other car owners some national, worldwide exposure. Many aren't able to travel as extensively as I do, so I like to share their pride and joy cars with others on a fan page I've created. My photo page is Blown 69's car show photos. I dig it, man. And I have his link, so I'm gonna make sure to put all that below so you guys can find Russ and follow his work. There's currently 140,000 followers from all over the world. I actually believe you shared a photo or video of mine back in 2018. That exposure is what generated my interest in following your page. Thank you. Doll fam love forever. What? Some of my first car show memories were helping my dad in the garage on his drag cars. He raced mini Camaros and Novas back in the 70s. I'm a big Nova fan too. I like 60s models, early 70s. It's such a difference in like body style from like the classic to then the kind of more muscly hot rod version. I like the two that like the body style is like I think it's like a 67, and then like the 70, how it's kind of the lines and everything are just, I like the difference in contrast, but I like them both equally. It's like a soft side and a badass side. Remembering many of times running down along a chain link fence at the drag strip, trying to keep up with his car as it left the starting line. I never won those races, but it was what 6-year-olds did, run and make engine sounds with their mouth. True. My dad was a truck driver, so like ours were always like, we were always trying to do air horns and shit like that. But I totally agree with you. That's a badass memory, and I think that's like something that I love about the car culture and the scene, is that it's always just such good wholesome memories. My kids, my 2 little boys, love car shows. They always talk, are we going to car shows? Mom, is that your car show? Did we go to? So it's just something that I think is, I don't know, it's just it's a very positive experience no matter what car show you go to. I'll send you a handful of photos. I have thousands from graduation day 1985 to current condition. The car has changed tremendously for the better, as have I. Not so sure for the better on that end. LOL. Have a great evening, Russ. Thank you so much, Russ. That's a badass story. I'm gonna share you some pictures. I have his graduation photo. Check this out. There it is before he started switching it up. And now, here it is under paint. It's getting the paint done. And then, ta-da! Look how beautiful that is. Stunning. Stunning. Just stunning. I love it. And here's a good before and after. I love the color choice. Absolutely love the color choice. I feel like a 69 Camaro blue with the white racing stripes is just, it's such its own mood, like it's such its own energy. I'm a big fan of just the traditional classic look. You can't go wrong. And they have those beautiful wheels. I also, I'm guessing this is your, I'm guessing this is your photography. And I love the color correction that you did. I think it's really creative and a lot of fun. How, you know, you make everything black and white and then your car you keep blue. Super beautiful. Check that out. Oh. Is that stunning or what? I like things that are shiny. I'm a big fan of shiny. I absolutely love it. Check it out, Blown 69. Yeah. Thank you so much, Russ, for sending me your car and allowing me to share it with the rest of the doll fam. You know, you really took something that's such a huge piece of American car history, and it's so iconic and it's so traditional. And you know, when you think of American muscle, that's definitely one of the first cars that comes to my mind. Camaro, Chevelle, Nova, but definitely Camaro first and foremost, because that's just like your, and I'll be the first person to say I don't know everything about cars. I don't even know like the tiniest bit about cars really for the most part, but it's something that I enjoy immensely and I want to know more and I want to learn more, and that's why when I get my car, I'm going to be the one doing all of it and learning as I go. My husband's gonna have to have a lot of patience. But I mean, I think I have hope. I helped my brother strip his 64 model Mustang when I was 17. He let me kind of strip it down and I didn't do so bad. Like, I think he only lost his patience with me like once or twice. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a good test. I hope you guys enjoyed this first segment, this first installment of a new segment with Monday Coffee with the Doll. I guess we're gonna call it the Doll's Rod Talk. I don't know, it'll probably change. If you guys can think of a better name, let me know. But I definitely want to thank Russ for sending us not just your amazing, classic, beautiful and perfect muscle car, but thank you for sharing beautiful memories of your life and you know, memories with the car and what it's brought into your life and the positivity and the connection with your dad. I think that that's always my favorite part of going to car shows and talking to people about their cars, is the stories that they have with the cars and that they like to share. It's always really rad to learn. So thank you so much for sharing that more than anything. If you guys want to submit your hot rod, classic car, rat rod, custom, fabricated, beautiful, whatever you have, you can find the info below to submit. And if you guys want to see more beautiful hot rods and more classic car show coverage, make sure to get a subscription with Car Culture Deluxe magazine and Old School Rods, where you will have an endless supply of some of the most beautiful hot rods and classic cars all around the world, including some amazing coverage of car shows, which is really great if you don't get to go to them like I do, as well as some really beautiful pinups. So make sure you check out the links below to get your subscription. And I don't know, I feel good about this. I feel good about talking about cars. I think this is a good ad. So let me know how you feel about it. If you have anybody that you know that could submit their car and would like to be featured, make sure you let them know. Send them my way. I'd love to hear what they've restored and that they're riding around with. But until next time, here are more of, well, a closer look at Russ's photos that he submitted, so you guys can enjoy it that much more. I love your faces and happy Thursday. Thanks again, Russ, man. Your car's beautiful. You know it's a mean machine. You know I keep it running and I keep it running clean. Oh girl, eyebrows look good. I put some eyebrows on for y'all. Hey, it's the doll's final thought. I don't break shit. Calm down. This is not a party. Alright, so we're wrapping up this week. It's Sunday evening and I just had a delicious hamburger, to say the least. Yes, I did. And I'm enjoying a, well, there's not much left of it. I was enjoying a delicious cup of coffee, but now I need a refill because that's how it goes. We don't play when it comes to our cafe. I shouldn't say that, but it's so funny. So I think it's been a good week for the most part. Yesterday was a rough day and the beginning of today was a rough day, but both days ended positively. I don't know, I'm feeling some depression creep in and I'm feeling some heaviness and some overwhelming, and I don't know. I feel like along with everybody else, I just feel very much just like I'm floating through life and I can't really grab on to anything really solid. And I think a lot of that just has to do with kind of what's going on, and everybody can really relate to that. But yeah, but I think all in all, this week was pretty good, just in the fact that I got a lot done. I'm really proud of my productivity. I'm really proud of the fact that I am knocking out a bunch of content and I'm feeling like all my creative juices flowing. I have new ideas and concepts and I feel really positive for the most part in that area. Not always. A lot of times, you know, I'll feel like I don't measure up to a content creator or a YouTuber or an influencer or, you know, any of those things. I always feel like I just fall short, and that I don't meet any type of real criteria for being any of those things, and I just feel like I'm somebody who keeps trying to do all this stuff, but I really don't have a place and I really don't have any type of grasp. But I think that people enjoy it in some way. I mean, there's at least 100 people that watch my show every week, and that's good enough for me. But I really appreciate, you know, everybody who tunes in and cheers me on, and I appreciate the people who share it, and you know, the brands that back my show, and my show sponsors is what I call them. So, you know, so somebody enjoys it, and it kind of gives me another purpose other than just being a mom, and you know, I think that that's always a great thing to have. So other things, I posted my photos from the self tanner, and they turned out really good. I think it took me a long time to post them because I was super self-conscious, and I don't know, I had all this anxiety, and I knew like the majority of the comments were gonna be just kind of cringy, awkward comments because, oh my god, I have boobs, and oh my god, you can see them. I swear, if I could take my boobs off and just put them on a shelf, I would. Or I would just be like, here Lucy, I'm all unbuttoned from putting her to bed already. So hey, I could make some money on OnlyFans with those photos. But you know, and it's always just weird for me because it's like I said while I was filming that it's a job, and I'm doing a review, and I'm working with a company, and I'm reviewing this product, and then all the comments are just kind of, some of them can be really inappropriate and just gross. There's just some guys that they really are really unself-aware, I think. I'm never looking for somebody to tell me I'm hot, or to tell me my body looks good, or my boobs look good, or I don't know. I don't care about those things really so much at this point in my life. I used to, and I still have days where I feel super self-conscious, or you know, or I'm feeling myself, but I never am looking for validation from strangers online, especially strange men online. I don't really think any women for the most part do. Some maybe. I can't speak for other people, but I know for me personally, it's just never my thing. I'm never putting things out there so I can be told by Joe Blow that I look good after I've had 3 kids. And I don't think it's always from a place of negativity. That's not even a good word to use. I don't think it's always from a place where it's just creepy and skeezy. You know, I can take a compliment, and I always appreciate kindness and positivity and compliments put my way, and there's a lot of guys that don't mean anything by it at all other than, hey, you look good and I just want you to know, and I'm like, thanks. And that's why I try not to put all guys in the same box, because not all guys are the same and they don't all mean it the same way. But it's always a weird thing when I do put out work, and I'm realizing that at this point in my life I feel about it totally different than I did when I first started my pinup modeling, and I just don't have a tolerance, I guess, for it anymore. I don't know, it's just a really weird feeling. I almost feel annoyed by some of those guys, just because it is just so disrespectful in a sense. Like, don't tell me my tits look great. It's inappropriate and disrespectful. It's not like, oh my god, thank you so much for telling me my titties look amazing. That's what I needed. Like, it's just, I knew my camera was gonna go dead. But you know me, I like to live on the edge. I was like, how far can I push it? But it's a weird feeling. And I have a lot of male followers because I started in pinup. And I definitely want to say that, you know, I appreciate each of you, and I'm not offended or upset. It just sometimes can make me feel, I don't know, just uncomfortable in a sense. So I think just for future reference, just be aware what you're saying to women online. Like, even if you enjoy them and you like them and you're a supporter of them, it doesn't mean that you need to say things that you necessarily wouldn't say in person. I definitely don't think a lot of those guys would come up to me in my face and say, hey, your tits look awesome, because they know that wouldn't go well, so don't do it online. Some of you probably would come up to me in person and say, hey, your tits look great. It probably wouldn't go so well for you. Yeah. I don't know. It's just strange. The internet's a strange place, and the way people talk to each other is strange. And when you're a female online, and the way guys can sometimes behave is just, it's cringy. It's cringy. It is. But I do appreciate, you know, my male followers, and I'm friends with a lot of them that started out as followers, and now, you know, we just talk and interact so much, and we're friends now, and we know more about each other than just, oh, I'm a pinup model that you started following. But I don't know, it's just, it makes me feel strange sometimes, and I don't know how I put up with it when I was like first started, but now I just don't really like it. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't know. Maybe I was just overly nice, and now I'm just like, stop talking about my titties. I know I have them. I don't like them. They're annoying. So yeah, it's always a mix. It's always a mix of comments, and I'll be the first one to tell you, I'm not the type that gets offended easily by a very manly comment, to put it. I don't know, I tolerate a lot. I have a really high patience, and then there's some people that are just annoying, but I thought that we would look at some of these comments, and most of them are really nice. You know, I've gone through so many different things in my page that the majority of the people that really follow me are super supportive, and the people who are assholes usually find their way to the door because they just aren't tolerated, and nobody really gives a shit what they have to say anyways, so they don't get to have that platform on my page, because I'll just block people. I'm not going to give you a platform to be an asshole on my page. But everything's really nice. Like, everything is super, I like you the way you are, beautiful. Somebody said eat a pie, so I said, are you sending? Because here's my P.O. box. And now, this is live, guys. He said, eat a pie. I said, are you buying? Send me one. Here's my P.O. box. And he said, meat lovers or veg? I prefer pepperoni. So maybe I'll get a pizza. That'll be exciting. Lots of gifts. I really like the fact that gifts are a thing now in comment feeds, especially when people are being assholes, because I like to respond in really sarcastic gifs. This one guy got super offended. He said, we love you, but Pretty Pic gets cheesy doing a commercial. That's why your numbers decline. We love you, not your endorsements. I'd be careful. What? What? And somebody said, how long have you been following Emily? She has for years presented a variety of products. This is nothing new. I'm sure your attention came from a good place. Be mindful and remember that Em might endorse and enjoy the occasional cash that most of us mortals need to live. And he says he's been following me for 6 years. Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Why the fuck you lie? If you've been following me for 6 years, then you wouldn't have known that literally my job as a professional pinup model was to promote and endorse companies and brands. Is anybody else confused here? Because I'm definitely confused. So basically, I guess what he's saying is he got offended because I posted one of my bikini pictures, and as an influencer, there's rules now that you have to follow that weren't there in the beginning, where you have to make sure that you mark your posts sponsored, ad, things like that, because you have to be transparent. Like, you can't not be transparent. That's against the law. So now some of my posts will say paid sponsorship. The tanning company didn't pay me. I didn't make money off that. They sent me a free bottle of tanning lotion. Let's be real, first of all. But I always think it's so funny when people will get triggered when people like me, who are internet people, models, content creators, it's like as soon as you don't have to like scrape the bottom of the barrel anymore, and you might start making money off of your job, which was your whole intention to begin with, I don't know, they start to get really, really salty. It's a super strange it's a super strange thing. Yeah, but the 2,000 likes on my picture says that my numbers are just fine. I don't like it when people try to use likes as a thing, like, well, your likes were this but now they're not, or you don't have likes. Like, that triggers me, I'll be honest, because I've said from day one, likes are not a number. They represent human people who follow and support your work, and that's always going to fluctuate. People are going to come and go because people's interests and what they're into, it changes. So somebody who might be into pinup might not be into pinup later, and they might unlike my page, or I might say something that offends them, or they're not into what I do now, which isn't really a lot of pinup. But my goal has never been a number thing or a like thing. I'm an organic grower. People come, people go. If you like what I do and you want to support it and be here, I love you. Welcome to the doll fam. If you don't, bye. Like, I don't understand why that's a focus. And I think that when people focus too much on that, it really hits them hard, because I've seen so many other girls who do what I do are so like focused, like, how do I get more likes? I got a message once from a girl and she was like, what template did you use on your page to get the likes that you have? And I was like, what are you talking about? What template? There's no such thing as templates on Facebook pages. And she's like, I mean, how did you get the likes that you got? And I was like, oh, 10 years of hard work nonstop. I don't think you can download that. So, okay. And it is what it is, and I think that the game now is so different than it was when I first started, because like now Facebook will just ghost you if you don't do what they want, and I don't pay for ad space. Like, I will not put ads on my page, so people don't see me anymore. Like, they just cut you off, and it can really hurt your page. So I'm looking into other platforms, I'm looking into other things, but I always think that it's amusing when people get offended when people who do what I do start making money off of it. It's like, I'm creating something. If you've been a follower of mine for 6 years, that means what I'm doing entertains you. You're welcome for all of the free entertainment. You're welcome. Oh my god, I might be getting paid for something. It's so fucking stupid. It's absolutely ridiculous. But I think that the photos came out really good. I hope you guys enjoy watching the creation of the photos. I knew that it was gonna be a little, like, a lot of different mixed reactions, because something that I don't really do anymore is I don't model a lot. And when I do model for brands or companies that I choose to share because I love them, you know, it's always dresses or clothing, or I'm very covered. Like, I don't do lingerie stuff anymore. I don't do like sexy boudoir stuff anymore, and it's not because I don't enjoy it or I'm not confident. It's just, it's not where I'm at in my life anymore. So I think people get used to seeing you one way, and then when you're like, you throw a curveball, of course it's gonna have a different reaction, and there's gonna be people who have all kinds of different feelings and emotions, and I knew it was going to trigger a lot of different things. Like, my inbox is just full of people asking if I do nude photos. I literally just got a message sitting here, do you do naked pics? If I did naked pics, I'd be promoting it. I'd be like, see my butthole live, click here, pay. I don't know, I wonder what I would pay for that. I never even thought about it. But it's just, there's always gonna be that. And in the field that I'm in, and like I said, I've been doing it now for almost 10 years, I could either get super offended and be mad, or I could just chalk it up to the fact that everybody is different. People have different reactions, they talk different, they comment different, they word things different, and on the internet it's just such an array, right? It's so many different things, and I choose not to waste my time getting too caught up in it. Like the people who love and support me and cheer me on, you know, all of my doll fam, all you guys that watch, all you guys that support what I do and believe in me and like my content, you know, that's what I do it for. That's what I enjoy. And there's gonna be a lot of weird stuff in between, and I can either waste my time correcting and putting on blast and defending, or I could just be like, oh no, bless your heart, and keep scrolling. And that's what I choose to do. I spent a lot of time in my early years like trying to defend myself and trying to comment back and trying to correct people, and it's just a waste of time and energy, and I don't have the energy to waste anymore because I have 3 children and I'm a teacher now. That's gonna be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. I talked longer than I wanted to. This episode's probably gonna be stupid long like always. Again, I apologize for that. I know most people's attention span are like, eh, she's talking too much, I'm moving on. If you make it to the end, to the final thought, thank you so much for being here. I want to thank Russ again for sending us his beautiful, beautiful car to be featured in our first Rod Talk on Monday Coffee with the Doll, sponsored by our sponsor. That was awkward. That was awkward. Old School Rodz and Car Culture Deluxe magazine. So thank you so much, Russ, for sending. If you guys want to submit your hot rod, your rat rod, your classic car, you can find the information below. I also want to thank our amazing NC Fizzy Treats for loving and sharing the doll fam message. Make sure you check her out. Also make sure you check out our other sponsors, the Pinned Up Doll. She has some really cool new Mommy and Me head wraps and some hair flowers, and she's going to be launching her next surprise box soon, so make sure that you check out her pages and are following her. Make sure you hit up Forever Above Me because they always post super sexy pics of girls if you want to see super sexy pics of girls. They're kin to the doll fam. But be sure to check all of our sponsors out below. They're really rad people, and you'll love them. But also just thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of the doll fam. Thank you for watching the show. I think it's a good one. I am predicting that this show is the most watched because I'm in a bikini. This is gonna be like an epic social experiment. If your boobies are out, you get the views. No. But I love your faces, and remember, these are the days that fill our week. Make them as amazing as you are. I'll see you next week. Bye.